Probably thinking Bars looks a little bit different. He's got full rack and a new airline.
Yeah.
Show them the teeth, Bars.
Shiny, pearly white.
3, 2,
So yeah, it's
1,
all happening.
talk to me.
Ready? It's fast, but it's...
Any seat belts in this thing, or what?
Yeah, it's proper.
Mate, that's so sick.
Welcome back. Today's a good day. We do have plenty of bits. We've got panels back from paint. We've got some coilovers that have been supplied to us from Max Speeding rods. They're not actually for an Ami, but today we will make them fit. Thank you very much to those. We've got some power cables that actually was a struggle to find. A good friend of mine, Johnny Maggs, actually cut them out of a Tesla breaker car he's got. Thank you very much to him. Yeah, we've got them all. We've got everything we need. Panels are nice and shiny. He's put paint on shiny way up. We've got it all. You're probably thinking Bars looks a little bit different. He's got full rack and a new airline.
Yeah.
Show them the teeth, Bars.
Teeth. Shiny, pearly white.
So yeah, it's all happening. Today, I'd like to think, what we're doing?
You can't hear that.
Get out.
Naughty boy.
Razvan, try and sell something with skin. Come on, mate.
The weed?
Yeah.
And there is actually a 10% discount code for Max Speeding rods. Please check out the description.
DMP10 in it?
Yeah, DMP10 is the discount
got
code. 10% off anything on the website. So
yeah,
thank you to them.
today, hopefully, I mean, I'm going to make them fit. I'll show you how I'm going to make them. I don't know how I'm going to make them fit, but that is the plan today. We're going to look at, I just went online, found some that I thought somewhere near. I'm going to get on with doing that and then look at the power cables. Bars is actually going to start paneling it up, and hopefully, the end of the video, it will look somewhere near complete. I mean, I do want to start using this sometime soon. I'm not saying it's dragged on. It's been done fairly quick. It's pretty much a month turnaround project, but I'm getting a little bit bored now. I want it on the road. I want it done. I want to start using it. I'm going to use this to come to work and back in. Apart from cold mornings, there's no heaters in it, so there'll be no cold mornings. But yeah, we're gonna use it as pretty much as a shop car. When people want to nip out in it, go and pick parts up, nip for dinner, anything. It's just going to be the communal.
Or cover some tyres, for instance.
Fast Ami.
Yeah.
Right. So plan is, that was the battery that we strapped to the front for a temporary test. I've now got fit this battery. This cradle is the original cradle from under the Ami that housed the original battery. So, I mean, I've done a little bit of Googling, bit of research. You can put them batteries on the side. So my plan is I'm going to mount that on there. I'm going to mount it just off centre to the right of the car because the car's left-hand drive. So I just feel if I mount it just to right, it's just a bit better weight distribution, being driver always on left. So that's my plan for that, really. So that's heavy, that's what that is. That's going to sit on there, something like that, I'd have thought. That's going to be powering the front setup. We are putting another Stark setup in the rear, and the power pack for the rear setup will be behind the seats over the rear axle, just to help get some grip, really. And there isn't enough room for two of them in there anyway, I don't think. You might, which shape of it, but it's going on like axle anyway. My plan is this battery bolts in with these three. So my plan is I'm probably just going to put plates in the bottom and then bolt it to this. So this is where the original Ami controller bolted. I'll probably cut these up to make the brackets to hold this. That's my plan. So yeah, probably put, if I put that just past that, I'll probably weld them plates into there, drill an hole in it, I'll cut that off, cut that there, then nut and bolt that one through there, weld it up there and there, same again there, and then there. Yeah, nice simple easy job I think. Probably run that like that, and then that I'll probably cut straight through that and then weld round and back in. Just quickly whip these off. Oh, broke button up the down grinding, innit? We're about to do a new one. Get some stick, this grinder does. That's going to sit in there like that. Welded in. Got to put a spacer in bottom of there. And that'll nut and bolt in, I hope. So I've got next spacer up for there. That'll nut and bolt through there, that'll weld up. I'm going to do the same again with this. It's off centre, so that one I'll have to cut. I'll have to drill the hole in because there isn't really one that's near. But I'm going to do the same again with that, weld them in, and then look at a tab on that side. Right, shouldn't go nowhere that. Yeah, proper. Probably weld a couple of down braces to stop the flex as well. It's a heavy old battery that. I mean, I'm no welder, but that's going nowhere, is it? Well, that being there like that, just so, because that's where the mounting point is, so it don't bow because the battery, I don't want it to be, so if you go over a bump, you hear a bang because the battery's flexing on the plate and hitting it, because it's heavy, that battery, so yeah. That one's not so bad because it's bang next to this, you're not going to get it. Whereas that one, because it's bolted in the middle, you'll get flex in the plate. So just weld that in and we'll be away. Right, get this battery pack back in now then. I can remember it being all them ones. It's under there. I'm going to have to shout my brother now because that's heavy. So, but we've got it in. It's in the right place. It's a case of now just bolting that back up and altering the power leads. I'm going to have to shout my brother. He's out there. He's doing something. So yeah, as I've just said, these were supplied to us by Max Speeding Rods. There is a discount code in the link below. I don't know if these are going to fit, but I know they're not going to bolt straight on because they're not for that. They're actually for a Mark II Golf. But I'll be sure to make them fit, or I hope so.
What's first impressions then?
Still wrapped at the minute, isn't it? They're long, aren't they? They're for rears, or that's my plan. There's a lot of adjustment, isn't it? My plan is I'm going to make them fit rears. Front, I mean, I'm only looking off of photos online really, because they don't do suspension for these. So, are they shorter? No, they're not, look, they're longer, which is never a good sign, but as I've said, they're not designed for this car, but we'll get around it, I hope. We'll sort it. So, centre to centre on a Volkswagen is 60, let's say 60 mil for argument's sake. Yeah, it is actually, it's bang on 60, isn't it, or near on. And on the centre to centre on the Ami is 55. So, my plan will be, I'll either cut the bottom off that and stitch it into there, or I'll use the top hole so the strut's further down and alter the bottom hole. But yeah, see how we go. Rears, I mean, rears are a lot simpler, but the plan for the rears are, obviously bottom's easy because I can just cut that mount out, move that across, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this mount here, and I'm gonna put probably an eye on top like that, and then put something, not that, but something like that onto this here. Backs, I'm not worried about back's easy, but yeah, decent. Max speeding rods, thank you very much. In the previous video, we broke, I mean you can't see it because I've took the weight off, but well, we'll see what's broken in a minute when I unbolt that out. I've not looked at it yet, but we'll sure to be see. But from the little bit that I have researched online, Ami's brake top mounts anyway. So we plan to get rid of that and probably use some VW one. I am yet, it's just reminded me to make the 5th wheel bolt as well. I've got to get Luke on making the insert that bolts into there to pick the 5th wheel up. Yeah. But we'll go on with that once we've done suspension. 13 mil bars and 10 on little gun if we can. Right, we've got an hammer, boss.
Hammer, no problem. Proper jobby.
That's the bit that broke. Let's see what bit it actually is. Right. Not actually sure. Something in there broke. But my plan is, that's the strut top plate, so my plan is I'm going to re-drill that to Volkswagen, I think. But I've expected to see something more than that in there. Oh, that's what's broke, look. The rubber has come out the plate. So basically, when it's on floor, this is up here. So it's just, yeah, look, like that. Bad design that from Citroen, because if it had a plate on underside and on top side with rubbers between it, that'd solve that problem. You'd never have a problem again. Oh, it's tight, isn't it? Real tight.
What did we for?
Don't know if it's just going to go straight into Lamborghini or not.
No. Is it moving or what? It's on there well, isn't it? Hey.
What do we need that for? What are you taking it apart for?
I want to see what this, see if I can... There you go.
There you go.
Because there's no wrong with chocolate. See what's actually broke on this. Because if I can use the original top mount, it saves me altering that, doesn't it? All it's done is shove that rubber out there, look. That's a real poor design by Citroen, that. Because there's nothing actually holding the strut in, look. So all it's done is, that bolt's on there like that, that's just pressed in. So that just... What it wanted was, it wanted a washer on there that sat in there but not up to it with a couple of mil gap with like a soft cushioner on it like that. To be fair, I might even reuse these and then make that, and then they'll bolt straight onto the top of them, because then that saves me altering any of this. So yeah, that might be the plan for that. That's all scrap. That is couple of mil in it.
Not too bad, is it?
Want a bad guess off of photos online? Alright.
No. Are the holes the same?
Do you know my only plan is? My only problem I see now? Because this runs down the side, obviously your wheel sits here. You know, your distance for your coil.
Are the lines the same as well then?
What, that?
Yeah.
Lines, you mean bolt?
You know what I mean, where the holes are, yeah.
No, slightly off. 60 mil and they're 55 mil.
Yeah, but they'll still go.
It'll work, yeah. Made for a job, isn't it?
Brand new.
So that, once I've made that thing, no wrong with them. It's just Citroen with problem. So they're gonna be on there. Same down. So yeah, we have got 5 mil difference there to there, but it's not a big issue. But the main issue, or should I say the more important issue that I've noticed is centre of the strut to here is 55 mil, whereas the centre of the strut to this one is 45 mil. So basically the strut will sit further over, which you go, yeah, all right, no problem, but it is a problem because you're shoving up over to square it up, so it means you're going to have camber. I've got fined with 5 mil and 10 mil.
10 mil.
All right, you were listening then.
10 mil.
got fine 10 mil, so what I'm going to have to do is move the strut top in here out 10 mil to compensate for the difference there, to get it back right. But what I will do is I will make them on slots, and then we'll take it and have it four-wheel aligned and have canvas set up and my 18 heads. That's my plan. Well, needs a little bit more art, but we'll be there I think. Quite easy that, to be fair. I was expecting it to be a lot harder to make them fit, but overall quality on them, good.
I said when we're starting most before project, thought we're going to get this going.
Forgot about
To do.
Is it gonna fit?
Well, proper? Just got to, this was a couple of mil wider. I'm not just going to bolt it up, it wants a shim putting in down the back. Just in there. I mean, some people would probably ugger it up, but it wants a shim making. So I'm just going to cut a piece of plate. I mean, that's 2 mil, so if I use some like 18 gauge, put that in, and then, yeah, bolt it up, start looking at top. Top's easy. To be fair, this front's going together real easy. I don't know if I'm going to run the Helper springs. Basically what they do is, when it's jacked up, obviously as soon as the car's on its weight, they squash up. They're just to keep the spring taut while it's jacked up for MOT purposes. Don't know if I'm going to run that or not. Just run the proper spring. We'll see. I don't want this car, obviously we're not chasing handling as such with this car. I mean, it's never going to handle like a race car. We just want the static look to look right. We want it to be tight in the wheel arches. We don't want the suspension to be saggy. We want it to look proper, really. So that might be, get rid of that and set its height with that, and it'll have suspension, but it'll be fairly hard, because it's hard, I can run it super low without any rubbing issues. Proper? So, like that. Like that. Oh. Like that. I'll tell you why I do need some sort of bearing between them. I'm going to use, I use it on a lot of things, to be fair, Renault Clio. It's a little bearing with, but yeah. That's what that needs. I'm going to have to order them. That goes on there. Trying to think of the best way of doing this. Because that's its original. All strut tops have got bearings in them for the spring to move, whereas I've got to have this to move when you turn the steering, basically. I don't need none of that anymore now. So that lot should come off. They are. There's your spring, your bearing. Need any of that, I just need this bit. Trying to think of the best way to do that. That's how it fit in. Don't want to go back in though, is it? Well, that's how it come out, look. Just ripped it out. So, if I were to put that on there like that, I had to do the same, that's what it did the first time. Poor design that.
Might go upside down on top.
Yeah, but then that'll stop it going that way, but not stop it ripping out. Will it? Plus it's not. Best way to do that. Right, so we're using the original Ami top mounts. We've just made this plate. Basically that's just going to sandwich in there, that's just going to hold the rubber in, stop it failing like it did last time. That's going to go on there. We're still waiting on the bearing for there, but yeah. So what I've done is I've moved the holes 10mm across to bring the strut out by 10mm at the top to compensate for the difference between the two struts at the bottom. So it should all be in similar sort of place now. I did think I was going to elongate these to allow for movement before we're aligning, but there is that much movement as this bolts into the body. It's a case of you'll be able to crack them off and pull them about and it'll be enough. So basically that plate will sandwich between both of them and it can't fail like it did in the previous video. Can't go nowhere now. So we've got the suspension fitted. I did run you through and show you how I was making that fit. We've not done much videoing with the other side just because it's the same thing. Don't want to bore you too much running over videoing something twice. It is all on. I've got a couple of little bits to do. Got to cut the original brackets off the original struts that hold the brake pipe. Just a little bracket for there. I will cut them off and weld them onto the new struts, but it is all on. We did rectify, we'd say. It's a damn sight better design than the factory Ami strut tops. We did plate them in so they can't go anywhere. I have wound the suspension down somewhere where I think it needs to be, but we will finalise the ride height when the panels are on. So now I'm going to let it down onto the floor and start fitting the panels up, really. I mean, I've not let it down yet, but I've wound the suspension pretty far down, but it should be a damn sight lower than factory. That's pretty low, to be fair. Ground clearance is low. So that's a pretty good guess, that, isn't it? Probably thinking that's going to rub on lock. Is it, isn't it? Oh, she's proper lot, isn't it? It's coming away now. That's mint, that. So pretty much that's where I'm going to be with ride height. I want it so it looks like it's on here, but it's static. I don't want up and down and park it up and lower it out so it looks cool. I want it to look cool rolling. So that is really where we're going to be, somewhere at ride height. I'm going to get other side panel on. I'm going to hang the front panel on and start looking at back then. So that's the bracket I was just telling you about, or previously saying, about what holds the brake plexi. What I'm going to do is, they go on there like that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to weld them on there. I left it like that for more meat on, but I'll probably cut it level so it just look better. And we'll just weld them on there, bolt that back on there, and she's OEM Plus. Proper. Ah, we're Odin, we've got brand new shiny, haven't we? Snap-on man's up me up, hasn't he? This is proper, this one. It says it'll glue out together, it will. She's brand new. He sold it me when he says, literally, you just point and press trigger. I thought that's just the one for bars, that. So, that is going to go on there, like that. Know what I mean? You know what I mean, don't you? I don't advise not using a mask. I weren't using a mask then, but I had the eyes closed and it's only a spot. But one thing I do know is that ain't going nowhere, that's that done. I'll probably just clean that up, brush around it with a little bit of silver just so it don't rust the weld. These not rust because they're galvanised, but where I've welded it up it will. So I'll just brush that around that with a little bit of silver with a little brush. Same again on the other side, bolt them in there and we're away. So right, we're going to do a slight voiceover here. It wasn't planned, but as I've stated before, we are only winging it and I didn't turn my mic on. So yeah, that's the reason for that. Rear suspension, what we're saying is till George rudely interrupted. The rear suspension is sorted, pretty much similar sort of setup to standard, just longer using the coilovers, so very easy. We just moved the mounts up slightly and that was it. So these are power couplers that we've had machined. Thank you very much to Luke. I could have ordered them offline, but they wasn't exactly what I needed and they looked a little bit cheap. So what Luke's actually done is spun some aluminium up. We have actually stepped the cable up in size, power leads, due to controller being not as close to the battery as in the Stark setup. So we've gone for a 6mm in and 8mm out. We've actually used 8mm cable as the jumper cables, lengthened cables. But as it goes back into the controller, it runs back to the factory 6mm. It's got 4 clamping points. Aluminium's one of the best conductors, so that's pretty much why we went with that material. Thank you very much, Luke. And within the hour or so, hopefully, we will be somewhere near what done.
Beautiful.
Proper.
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 Yeah, it's just factory, that, isn't it? Bit of an afterthought that was. That's an access hole to the battery for my hand. But I can see what I'm doing now. And it's plugged in. It's in, and it's not gone with a bang, so it's a good sign. Couple of tire ups should be proper. Right, if my calculations are correct, that's OEM Plus, that, isn't it? Well, that chain's annoying, right? Chain's touching, there, look.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah, it needs to wear it away a bit. Well, we're panelled up. It is complete. It's hard, isn't it?
It's stiff.
Where is it? I need to push down on that panel, you know, to wear the chain away.
Yeah.
Go on then, put your foot on it. No, not there.
I can feel it backed under my foot there.
No, it's not. It's there. Take your foot off. Press it. Right, do it loads, you know, to like wear it away. You should have worn it away with that. Do you want them off?
Yeah, you want them off, don't you? Get some air flowing. Pan roof don't happen, does it?
No, she's fixed. It's only 50% battery. So go for a big overtake. You ready? It's right, isn't it? Yeah. It's fast, but it's...
Any seatbelts in this
harsh.
thing or what?
Yeah, she's problem. It's no chain noise though, that's no problem I think.
Yes. Go in it!
That's right, I know you know.
Yeah, well, it's GPS, isn't it?
Well, you say that and I thought, yeah, it's GPS, but when it's on jack stands in garage,
Oh, right.
it goes up. So I'm like, hey, it can't be GPS.
Oh, it must be on the motor then.
But we've just checked it behind that lorry, assuming that lorry were doing like 50, because it's limited to 57.
Mate, turning circles, mint on it.
We're only on 49% battery.
I suppose it's not using much strain, is it?
You need to do more than 70.
No.
Really? You don't need no more, do you?
No.
Just go fly by.
Does the handbrake work any good or not?
Yeah, I've been. 80 miles an hour. You don't need no more.
It feels like 80 and all, doesn't it? You can tell you're doing 80. Mate, the turning circle's
Unbelievable, isn't it?
unbelievable.
Just I've got refined suspension a little bit. So that chain noise is this look.
Oh right,
You know,
rubbing on
because
the
the
plastic.
sprocket's so close.
Alright. Mate, that's so sick.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. We've got a lot done in this video. We've got the panels on, we've got the suspension on, the power cables, we've actually been out in it. Yeah, some good progress. It's not quite finished. We've got a couple of little, I wouldn't say teething issues, just we've got to refine it slightly. soften the front suspension up a little because it's a little bit hard, drop the car off at the paint shop to be flat and buffed, and take it to have windows tinted, and then we'll start using it and get some testing in. Start doing some top speed runs, some drag racing, put it against a couple of other cars we've got and see what it brings. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. With this car being near on completion, we are on the lookout for a new project, whether it be bike, quad, buggy, EV, 4x4, supercar, could be anything. Please leave in the comments what you would like to see next on the channel, and we'll sure to see you soon.
Okay.